Hello and welcome to the Progress Check-in live. Whoa, we're live. So in this Progress Check-in, we are just concerned about planning our weeks in advance, putting in the work, because you want to start a business or you want to launch a business, and you cannot do that unless you plan your activities in advance. You cannot wake up one day and just decide, I'm going to do this today, I'm going to do that today. You need to take that time to plan your work week in advance so that you have a clear idea of what your goals for the week are, what your activities for the week are. And today, our guest is Christelle Biiga, who will be talking to us about motivation. She's going to say hi, and then we'll jump right into the show. Hi, Christelle.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I just woke up, but I'm fine. I'm happy to be here. I hope
What's
it
the
doesn't
time
sound like
there?
it.
No, like you look on point, like everything.
Thank you.
So, tell us a bit more about you. Who is Christelle Biiga?
Okay, Christelle Biiga is a transformational coach and an expert speaker. I'm originally from Cameroon. That's why you hear this beautiful accent. Now I live in Los
Yeah.
Angeles. Yes, and I work with female coaches or female entrepreneurs. And what I do with them is that I help them really reconnect with who they truly are and show up from that place, from that powerful place, to trust themselves and get the answers to all the hows. We know in business there's a lot of how. How do I do this? How do I get from here to there? How do I achieve my goals? So I help them through that process to get the answers from within. So that's
Yeah, so today we tell us about motivation. So before we jump into that, we're gonna play like a 5 second intro, then we'll jump right into it. Okay. Okay, and we're back. So today we're telling us about motivation, like how do we get motivated and what motivational tips or secrets can you give to us to make us more productive as we work on our business?
okay. The number one motivation tip I have is really to always remind yourself, I know the answer. Sometimes we feel lost and stuck or confused, whatever you want to name it, because we think the answer is somewhere outside and we can't find it, we can't figure it out, and it gets us frustrated and stressed out. So I want you to take a deep breath every time you feel you find yourself in that place, and remind yourself this thing. Motivate yourself and say, I know the answers. I know exactly how to get this done. I know exactly how to get from where I am right now to where I want to be. I just don't see it yet. What does it look like?
Ah,
What does that look like? Because when you trust yourself like that, you're not confused anymore. You come from a place of power, knowing that, hey, I got this, right? I know the
yeah,
answer.
you got
And if your brain needs proof, remind yourself, hey, remember last time, there was no way out. And so some way, somehow, I got it. I made it work. I made it happen. So I got this. This time around again, I know exactly how to make it happen.
Ooh.
And I don't know what you believe in, God, the universe. Just say, show me what it looks like, because I know I got
Yeah.
the answer to this.
That is such a positive way of thinking. It's like I know the answer, and I don't know where it is right now, but it's probably somewhere near. That's a lot of thinking, though.
Yes, because when we tell our brain, I'm stuck, I'm lost, your brain is not
Yeah.
looking for solutions anymore. It is not,
Oh.
right? So, but when you play that game of, hey, maybe I don't see it right now, but I know it's in me somewhere. And when you come from that place, maybe it's in the morning, you have those things to achieve, and you kind of like, how am I going to do this? How? The how is a terrible question to find yourself so stressing and frustrating sometimes. So if you just shift that conversation for a second and just say, hey, I know exactly, how to fix this, because I got this. I'm smart, I'm strong, and then I'm not alone in this journey, right? I'm not alone. We are sometimes limited, feeling like if my brain doesn't see the answer right now, that means I don't have the answer, because we just see one part of ourselves. But as human beings, we are physical beings and spiritual beings. Whatever you believe in, that's the truth about it. That's why sometimes you think about a friend and that friend calls you, because we are energy. There is a part of us that is not only physical. So lean back and tap into that and say, hey, if my brain doesn't know the answers, my intuition can guide me. There is something in me that sees something that my eyes are not seeing yet. So come from that place of trust and motivate yourself and say, I got this. I know exactly how to, you know, achieve my goal or reach this target. I know. Show me what it looks like. And during the day, you might be scrolling on your Facebook feed and see an offer and be like, yes, this is it.
Is
Because
it?
because you put your brain to work to find the solution, because you told your brain, we know the solution, we know the answer, we know exactly how to do this. Let's see what it looks like. And then we will see.
Yeah. Ooh. So what's the second tip? If the first one is telling myself I know the answer, and what's the second motivational tip?
The second motivational tip is to always trust yourself. If you need to say, I got this. Because sometimes when your intuition gives you that answer, maybe you scroll in your Facebook feed, you see something, somebody's promoting an offer, and because your intuition, your inner being is telling you, yes, now you want to get scared. Like, what if it doesn't work? No, 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 no. Lean into trust and say, I got this. I trust myself and I know this is the right move. I'm making this move. I'm making this
Oh,
because
all
courage
right.
is a place of trust. If you trust yourself, you have the courage to make decisions. Sometimes people look for confidence, but confidence
Yeah.
comes from doing the scary things. The more scary moves you make, the more confident you become. Nobody is born confident. Nobody. The best us out there were not born ready to speak on stage in front of thousands of people. They were not. It comes from doing. Confidence comes from taking courageous action over and over again. And where is that courage coming from? When you have that crazy idea coming in after you said, I know the answer. Show me what it looks like. Now that our intuition is showing you, hey, check this out. And then you check this out, you are scared. Oh my God, what if it doesn't work? It's too expensive. All of the things. Just
Yeah.
I trust myself because I know I got this. If I want to do this, I can do this.
I will do
Yes.
it.
And take the courage to do it.
Oh wow. Okay. Any other tips?
So this is really something I want you to implement in your every minute of every day. People call it alignment and whatever you want to call it, but it's really important to always listen to yourself. Pay attention to how you feel like when you want to do something, always. If something feels off, there is a reason why. Don't force
Oh.
yourself to do things that don't feel good to you. Because as I was saying, maybe your brain, the physical part of yourself can find all the good reasons why, and maybe it's checking all the boxes on paper, but
Yeah.
something feels off.
Like.
Just know there is something off about this. Trust that part of yourself in anything you do. I like to actually even play with even my wardrobe. If I want to do maybe show up here, what do I feel like wearing? It's easy for us to get in our head. What should I wear to look a certain way for people to perceive me a certain way? Quit that conversation. Always check with yourself. What do I want to do? How do I feel like doing this? And it's really important because we are coaches, right? So in the coaching industry, sometimes you join a program or you work with a coach, it tells you this is the way or it's the highway. This is how you have to do it. Always check within yourself. All the strategies we are learning, all the tactics, all the techniques we get out there. Always make sure it feels to apply them that way. Trust yourself enough to know if it feels off, I don't have to push myself to do it because I trust myself enough to know that this is good for me, this is not good for me. Not from a place of fear. You have to make a difference between I'm scared. I'm, don't leave because I'm afraid. No, leave because I don't want to do it. Never find yourself in a place of doing things you don't. That's how you end up hating your business and just wondering how am I gonna get out of here, and that's where frustrated. But when you always pay attention to how you feel like promoting your business, marketing your offer, always going from a place that feels good to you, you get more results because people feel that. When you show up and you like what you're doing, they feel that and they like it. But if you are forcing yourself, you can put the biggest smile on your face, they will feel it and they will never buy into it.
Yeah, yeah. And like what's the difference between like I am procrastinating, I'm afraid, and so I'm not doing something, and I know everyone is saying I need to do this, but something it's not connecting that well. But if I don't do it, it looks like I'm being afraid or I'm procrastinating. So what do you do in that scenario then?
If you're afraid, I used to tell my client, if you want to do something, you really want to do it, but you're afraid,
Yeah.
what's the worst thing that can happen? Always ask your brain, because it's your brain. Our brain is there to keep us safe. So when you want to do something new, something different, your brain will come up with all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. It's not gonna work. It's too expensive. Wait, this is gonna be, and then you don't want to do it because you are too afraid of the result. That's what your brain. That's the job of your brain. It's okay. So always make a difference. Can I do it, but I don't want to because I don't like it, or I'm actually afraid. Oh, I'm just being like, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna do it in 1 month. Oh, I'm gonna
Later in the evening.
yes. Pay attention. That's why I say really listen to yourself. Pay attention. It comes to building that relationship with yourself. And yourself, who is yourself? As I was saying at some point during this conversation, yourself is not just your physical self. Yourself is also your inner being, the spiritual part of you. I like to call it the supernatural part of you. That sees things that sometimes your eyes are not seeing yet. So that's the
Yes.
part of you that will pull you to do something right now, and your brain is going like, "This is crazy. Nobody does this way. What are you thinking? Why do you want to do it this way?" Pay attention to that conversation, because that's a powerful conversation to join. And it takes time to build that relationship. Every minute of it. That's why I say start with little things. When you wake up in the morning, what do you want to wear today? Listen. Get out of your head of this is what I should wear because you look this way, because I'm going live on Facebook.
Yeah.
Forget about it. What do you feel like wearing? And come from little by little. You will that voice within you become stronger, and then you know, okay, this is the voice of fear. I actually really want to do this, but I'm just afraid to do it. I actually feel good about doing live on Facebook to promote this offer, but I'm scared. I don't like being on camera. This is so scary. When you feel that way, this is so scary. Go back and say, okay, what's the worst thing that could happen if we go live on
Happen.
Facebook? Act like you're having a conversation with your brain, right? Like, okay, let's see. What if we go live on Facebook? What is actually the worst thing that can happen? And let your brain come up with all the good, crazy reasons why you shouldn't go on Facebook. If you need to, journal on that and see what comes up. Sometimes you see crazy fears come out from your subconscious mind from that exercise. And take a deep breath and remind yourself, we got this. We got this. If
You
you have
got
any
this.
exercise that helps you, if you have any exercise that helps you clear out emotions, maybe it's meditation for you, maybe it's EFT for some, release it. Now anchor in trusting yourself again and go do it. That's how you
Okay.
yeah, and procrastinate. Why am I procrastinating? Don't just beat yourself. Why am I I'm terrible. No. Pay attention to what is happening within yourself. Why am I procrastinating? Why do I know that I want to do this, but I'm not doing it? Why am I not doing it? Is it not the right time? Or is it fear? Or what is the reason here? Why am I not doing what I want to do? You always want to come from a place of I want to do, not I should do. I want
Oh,
to,
I want to do.
yes. I want to promote this offer. I want to, talk about this. I want to start this program. I want to work with this coach. But why am I not doing this? Pay attention, because I want to. Then what is stopping me? What is holding me back? Pay attention. And the answer is always within yourself.
Ooh. I feel like I just got like this boost of like positivity. Like take it.
I hope so. Because you
I
got this.
just feel that.
You definitely got this. You do. So powerful. So you have to come from that place of power every minute of every day by doing what you want. You have so powerful that you cannot get it wrong. And everything you call
No.
mistake is not a mistake. It's just for you a learning curve, maybe actually the stop for the before the next level. So there is no reason to be afraid. You
No.
cannot get it wrong. Always remind that I can't get this wrong. Whatever I
I can
want to
get drunk.
there's no way I can get it wrong. If it doesn't work the way I expect, doesn't mean I failed. Just means that there is something else I need to maybe adjust and change or learn. So
Yes, yes.
at the end of the day, it's all good. So
Oh,
what
good.
am I?
Yeah. So, but what do you do now? Let's say you it's a Saturday. Like now, I'm planning my tasks for next week. I've written down my goal for this week. I'm going to do A, B, C Monday. Then Monday happens, and I look at that task, and I'm like, whoa, can I do this right now? Like, oh, when I wrote it on Saturday, it seemed really easy. Now it's Monday. Let's start working, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this is a lot. So what do I do?
If you feel like this is a lot, why? Who wrote it? You said you were going
You
to,
wrote it.
all right?
Yeah.
Because, for example, I'm not a planner. I'm terrible at that. So because I always really want to, yeah, I wake up and I know exactly the productive tasks that. But for people that need that structure, okay, I sit on Saturday and I plan my days. You know yourself, right? You're not discovering yourself. It's not like you just met somebody, you don't know yet the person, you know who you are. So
Yeah.
at this point, you should know what you are capable of handling, because the trap is people sometimes go to that planning based on what other people are doing. They look
Yes.
around like, okay, maybe I was in this program and I heard this person share that this is how they
Yeah.
plan their days. Okay, let me do it that way.
Let me
No,
try it
that's right.
also. Yes.
Yeah. And then you find yourself on Monday like, oh shoot,
Whoa! Who is
right?
doing this right now?
Okay, I don't think so. This is
Was
not
I
how.
high?
Yeah. So that's why I always say, always listen to yourself. When you sit down and you decide, okay, let me plan my week. Today, Saturday, I'm going to plan my week ahead. If you're that person, right? Again, at that moment, lean back and listen to yourself. What do you feel like doing next week? Don't get into your head and be like, the more activities I do, the more productive I am. That's not true. That's a story. You want to prove yourself
No.
that you earned it. No, it's not about the more activities you do. That's why people end up frustrated. Oh, I did all the things, it's still not working. Quit that conversation of the more I do, the more I get. That's not how it works. I love to remind people that you are worthy of everything you want the moment you wake up in the morning. It's not about how hard you work. So from that place, when you sit to plan your week, come from that place of it doesn't matter how many activities I put in my calendar. It's really about the productive activities. And what is the most productive activities will be the activities that you really want to do. Because people, when you show up, I don't know what activity is going to be. Maybe call clients. Maybe the more you are enjoying the process, the more the people you are interacting with will enjoy it, and the more
Yeah, they
chances you
feel
have
it.
to get results because they feel it. We are energy. With people feel that. So you have to, when you plan your week, if that's your thing, that's not my thing, but if that's your thing,
That's my thing.
yeah. If you sit to do that, listen to yourself at that moment. Get off your head. Don't do it the way other people are doing it. Don't put five things to a day because somebody said I put five things and make sure by the end of that finish. That's them.
Yeah.
All different, and we have to love ourselves the way we are. Don't blame yourself if you end up feeling like on Monday I just want to do these two things. Don't be like, what is wrong with you? Other people are doing 10 things. This is so ridiculous. How can you just do two? No.
Yeah, you feel like you're being lazy or you're not putting in as
Exactly.
much effort.
No, it's not about that. You have to trust yourself. If this is what I want to do, it's enough. I am enough. It doesn't matter. It's not about working hard. That's why some people say it's about working smart. Maybe smart for you is doing that one thing that will shift everything. And you cannot find that one thing that will shift everything if you don't listen to yourself.
Yes.
That's why I say you have to also lean to the supernatural part of it that will tell you this just these two activities and trust that and do that. Get off like, no, they say you have to be at least five tasks a day to make sure that by the end of the day you have knocked 20 or 100. It's not about the numbers, it's about the one that will shift everything. It's about finding the activities that will actually move you forward. And for you to know the exact activity that will move you forward, you have to go back within and listen to yourself. Get off your head. Trust that little voice. Who didn't have the experience of, I was just thinking of you and you called.
Yeah, that happens to everyone.
Oh, I didn't, oh, it's raining. When I was leaving this morning, it was so sunny and I felt like taking the umbrella, but I didn't want to take it.
Yeah, but then it's rain. Like
I
that
was,
happens.
because there is something in you that tells you things in advance. How about not just witnessing it like, oh, I thought about it, I didn't want to do it, but now look. How about when you sit to plan your activities, you lean back and have that conversation now before you start witnessing. Oh, I thought about it, but I didn't want to. Now look, no, trust and say, hey, what do we want to create next week? Because that's who we are. We are creators. In my business, in my life, in my relation, I don't know what you're planning. What do we want to create? And from that place, declare your activities, and you will be more powerful from that place instead of you getting in. Okay, I need this many for per day, and you wake up on Monday, you're like, oh shoot, what? No, this is not happening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And do you work with only coaches, or you work with all types of female business owners?
Female entrepreneurs, I love entrepreneurship because, as I say, entrepreneurship is a lifetime experience. It's really a journey of your life. When you're an entrepreneur, you want to unleash the creativity in you. You are a creator. You want to change the world. Entrepreneurs are life changers, world changers, because you see problems, you want to solve those problems. You want to change the
Yes.
world at some way, somehow, some level. You want to change the world. That's why I love entrepreneurs, but because we are powerful creators, we are powerful beings, and we can create anything. And the entrepreneurs believe in that. So that's why I love to work with entrepreneurs, to really help them tap more into that creativity, make things easy for them. Because if you only rely on your knowledge, natural knowledge, or the things you have learned and skills, it can get heavy. It can get hard for you to apply. There are so many strategies out there. I don't know about you, but I've worked with so many coaches that if I want to apply all the things, it gets overwhelming sometimes. So that's why what I really do with them is help them rely on also that supernatural part of themselves that make things easier. Because out of all the things you learn, there is one thing that you need right now. What is that one thing? Find that answer within yourself. Reconnect with you, that part of you that knows you need an umbrella when it's sunny and then it starts raining. Start claiming, start using that to create, to change the world the way you want to change. Because the people that change the world, the biggest entrepreneurs that change the world, like Thomas Edison and the brothers Wright, they didn't use their only natural abilities. There was no reason why those two brothers that were bicycle mechanics would create an aircraft. They were not even engineers. They needed something more. So I help entrepreneurs rely on that something more that will actually make a difference in their business and in the world.
Yeah. And how can someone work with you? Like, let's say, like, now I've gotten all this like positivity. Like, so what's like my next step if I want to work with you?
If you want to work with me, the next step is really just to DM me on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Christelle Biiga. DM me. That's the fastest way. I like fast and easy. That's the fastest way to reach out. Let's chat and let's see if we can work together, because I really want to know. I want to make sure I can support you in your journey. If not, I can refer you. And if I can work with you, I really offer half VIP day. Right now, that's what I have available. Half VIP session where we go through what are your deepest fears. We uncover them, we heal them, I shift your energy, and now you have more clarity. Because that place where people find this, I don't know what's my next step, I don't know what, and they end up doing a lot of things just to convince themselves. The more they will do, the more they will get. I help them
Yeah.
get clarity around it, and they go out there and they crush it. They record, and then I teach them how to, without even coming back to me. If they want to, that's fine. I don't mind. But without coming back to me over and over again, they have now the tools to always connect to that powerful part of themselves that would always, each step of the way, show them the next aligned action to take to get the result they really want in life.
Yeah.
Can woo sometimes, yeah, that's what sometimes it takes.
Woo! So if you're watching this, whether live or the replay, and you want to work with Crystal Bigger because she has a lot about motivation, a lot of positivity out there, you can send her a Facebook at Crystal Bigger. Her website is also in the ticker and also in the description at crystalbigger.com. And whoa, I feel very positive. I feel like I can trust myself a bit more. Like, I got this.
You've
I know
got
all
this,
the answers.
got this, and you're powerful. You can do it.
I am. Oh my god, it's just nice talking to you. It's so nice talking
Thank
to you.
you.
So if you're like me and you're a planner, we have a free weekly planner in the description where you write your goals for the week and then put in your tasks for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever off day you want. But taking Christelle advice, don't put in the task based on what someone else is doing or based on what you think everyone other female entrepreneurs are doing. Write based on what really aligns with you, what you can actually do, not based on what you had someone say in a Facebook group or in a webinar somewhere. Do you? You are not them. You are you. So stick to your lane and do what's best for you. Yeah. Any final words you want to say before we close?
The final word is I'm just gonna use what you just said. Be you. It seems easy, simple like that, simple words, but so powerful. What be you always, and for you to be you, you have to discover you. You have to learn to know you more and build that relationship by leaning, always paying attention to how you feel and what you really want to do. Always trusting yourself each step of the way in little things. You start with little things. What do I want to eat? How do I feel like drinking this water or drinking this at this time or wearing this clothes? Build that relationship with yourself. That's how you'll be able to be more you. And always remember that above what you know physically, if sometimes you feel like your brain doesn't have the answers, know there is a part of you that knows all the answers. That's a supernatural part. And trust also, it can come up through your intuitions, whatever it looks like, answers that nobody told you, you know, you have ideas that sound crazy for your brain. Trust, trust, and trust. So be you all the time. Even if nobody has done it before, you want to do it, go for it. Trust yourself.
Wow, I like this like positivity. It's just like so much like do it, trust
You got
yourself.
this. You got this.
Oh my god, I really enjoyed this. I really feel positive. So remember the first thing she said was the first thing she had said was that even if you don't have the answers right now, you do have it, you do know it. So don't look outside for the answers. You do have the answers. It's inside you somewhere. If you don't know it physically, your intuition knows about it, but the answer is definitely there. And second thing she said was to trust yourself. Don't start doubting yourself and don't start thinking I cannot do this. You can do it. You're amazing. You have so many good ideas. This business idea you have, it's going to work. You had the idea for a reason. So be more confident in your abilities in yourself and trust yourself. Then she also talked about how as you're making all these plans, or if you're a planning person, as you're having all these activities you want to do, whether you want to call your clients or you want to post something on social media, don't put like 25 tasks on your table because you think that's what everyone else should do. There's only one task or two tasks that you're passionate about. Do those instead. As you put yourself out there, that's passion you have, others will feel it. The spirit will align with yours, instead of you forcing yourself to do something and then the other person is out there wondering, why are you wasting my time right now? Like, did I force you into this? No. I summarize this well, right?
Yes, yes, perfect.
Oh yeah, thank you. It was so nice having you here. So don't forget to send her a message on Facebook at Christelle Biiga and visit her website at christellebiiga.com. She has her VIP session where she works with you to see if you're both going to be good fits for each other, or she can refer to someone more suitable for you. Woo!
Mm.
Yay! And that brings us to the end. Oh my god. All right. Bye bye.